Oktoberfest already? Tia, Oktoberfest is my favorite part of fall. Oh, Jennifer, you went to the Limitless event. How fun was that? I was raised in Salt Lake. I really wanted to go, but I didn't. Okay, we're live. Now Paulette can't hear me. Let me know in the chat. Put a 1 in the chat if you guys can hear me. Oh, Jason's giving me a thumbs up. Thank you. Okay. All right. It might be user error if you can't hear me. All right, everybody, welcome to the Elephant Challenge, Building an Empire with Carly and Jen, but you guys haven't been seeing Jen because we're still business partners. She is working on our multifamily section. So her zone of genius is like land development and multifamily and all of that. So we're still teammates. She'll jump on from time to time. She's if you're sending multifamily leads, she's going to be the one that's talking to you. But I'm like, you focus on multifamily. I'll focus on single. I get that. Like, this is my zone of genius. So she's around. She's just not here as much. She'll probably pop in from time to time. But welcome. I'm glad that you guys are here. Thank you guys that have your cameras on. I love to see your faces. So tell me, are those of you that are here, did you guys go to the Elephant Challenge? All caught up on that? All right. So what we're doing, Pace decided, is pre-foreclosure. And what we were doing before was agent outreach. And we're going to do a hybrid of both because we've gotten a really good, a good grasp for you guys on, and it all has to do with a lot of the same thing. It's just how you reach out to the person. Agent outreach is to an agent. You have a person, a third party in between you and the seller, and pre-foreclosures. You're talking to the sellers. So who has used that pre-foreclosure list? Or who's done their homework and gotten their own pre-foreclosure list? Do you guys remember? Handy, yes, you can ask something. Put it in the chat. You're asking something in the chat. Everybody, if you're new here, everyone gets muted. And if you have questions, you can put them in the chat. But I found that if people can unmute themselves, we get taken off. We get derailed quick. And then we go into like something. People are asking about Gator. I'm the Gator community manager. So people think that here's a good time to ask. If you have questions about Gator, you can DM me, message me, reach out to me, but this isn't the place. So has the Orlando gone through lists since Pace sent you? So I have all of the lists now that we can share. I got my list today, Elvira says, but I need to hire a VA to make call for me since I am working full time at my W-2 job. Elvira, I would suggest, I bet there's people in here that you can JV with that has time. Let me know in the chat if you have time to partner up with Elvira and call so she does not have to pay a VA. You can pay a VA, but you guys, you guys can do this without spending a lot of money. It's so easy when you join these groups that you're like, I'm getting Batch, I'm getting PropStream, I'm getting Privy, I'm going to hire a VA. I'm going to get an LLC. These are all good things. Don't get me wrong. They're great to have. But don't just go blowing all your money on one thing. If you can, like, instead of hiring a VA, I highly suggest that you guys squat up with each other. So, do we have a recording of the last time we had calls? I want to reach out to a neighbor that's on foreclosure, but I'm not sure how to open up the conversation. So we can go over that, Alex. You don't want to be like, hi, I see you're you're not paying your bills on this list I have. You want to go very, it's tough when it's a neighbor though, because you don't want to be like, hey, I know that you're not paying your bills. Can I buy your house? Like it's weird to open up because they like, you don't want them to feel bad about themselves. Andy says, my LLC is not ready. Can I use my truck LLC? Yep. You can use any LLC you want. Just take action. Okay. So Jesse said she submitted. Jesse, you're a girl, right? I'm just guessing by the way you spell your name. But yes, okay. I have been calling he, she's before, and it's not on purpose. So Jesse said she put one in. I just saw that. I think Rick Daniels. Rick, are you on that one? I did see that one come on in. So if you guys have submitted deals, I know that you guys might have felt frustrated. We're finally on a good situation. We've cleared all of our leads. We have more people helping us. So oh, Jesse, was yours the one that's was yours the multifamily one in Yakima? I think, yeah, Jen is working on that one. I gave that one to her. She's our multifamily queen. So yeah, Rick said that. So I see that in there. I just, I'll follow up with her and let her know that I just assigned that to her because it's a multifamily situation and she is our gal. Okay. So, I'll just dump this real quick in our chat. Okay. I just let her know. Okay. Yeah, I saw that 8-unit multifamily. That one was at Gateway. I sent that one to her too. So we are seeing those. How do I submit multifamily leads to Jen? Right now, she's building out her own thing, but just put them right here. Elephant, where you put everything. Elephant.aurorainvests.com. Okay. I can't spell. Don't copy and paste that one. See, I can't talk and type at the same time. Okay, that's where it is. And I'm also going to share something with you guys that I shared in our chat about what this can go for. What's a good deal? What's a bad deal? And then where do you submit things? So here's our deal sheet. This is going to help you guys. Hold on. Let's see. Tell me if you guys can if this goes to something. I don't know if it's going to be a dead link because it's through the Elephant Challenge that I pulled it up, but I'll share this with you. So this is like, you guys can use this for, well, if you're still doing agent outreach, foreclosure stuff. If you guys watch the Elephant Challenge, you heard Pace get frustrated when everyone's like, he spent like 2 hours on like how to find your market. And he's like, okay, let me know where your market is. And everyone's like, New York, California. And he's like, we don't want those. They're not good deals because they're not landlord friendly. They're not business friendly. They are there's just not a lot of buyers there. So that's in here too. So here is criteria for a great deal. This is primarily geared towards the agent outreach, not pre-foreclosure. Pre-foreclosure, it will help. This is mostly agent outreach and you can apply this to them. Pre-foreclosure, they're going to be a lot more motivated to sell. So criteria of a great deal is a 10% lower entry fee. So if you guys are talking to agents or seller finance people and like, we want 50% down, not going to happen because we can get a lot of stuff within 10%. 10% is a killer deal. So what's an entry fee? It's your agent commission if you're doing agent outreach. So that's going to be 2.5% to 3%. And sometimes we've had a lot of people drop it to 1.5%. And Jesse says, sorry for Eastern Washington is not that bad, Jesse. Eastern Washington is, and as you know, Eastern Washington and Western Washington are two different situations. So the counties over there are a lot more friendly. Like if you're sending me King County, which is Seattle, like I will not even open it because if you guys just look at what happened to landlords during COVID in Seattle, not good. So, let's see, I'm just looking at the chat. So yeah, there are a lot, multifamily is great, Jesse. Okay. So California is not good to do business, Nancy says. It's not. Thank you. Rick Daniels is on our team. Everybody, Rick Daniels is one of the guys in the background going through your leads and just sitting here dumping value in our chat. Thank you, Rick. He's on our team. Get to know Rick. So what he says is the most landlord, it's a really good link. If you guys go, it's like the most landlord friendly state. So you guys want to begin with the end in mind and you want to think like an investor. So we're going to wholesale these, a lot of these. Where are your people investing? Investor friendly states. They don't want to put 50% down. Sub 4 interest rate, if it's going to be a subject to, which is where you take out over the mortgage payment, it cash flows as a long-term rental. I'll teach you guys don't have to know on that. No balloon, which means, oh yeah, we'll cash you out in 2 years. Like that makes no sense. Balloon is where you're like, okay, we'll take over your mortgage, but we'll refinance it in X amount of years. That's ballooning their payment out. So you pay it like it's 30 years, but you're like, hey, I'll refinance out at 30, 15 years or 10 years. And if there is a balloon, it's 7 years or under. We don't. 7 years is as low as people will go. Big city population. I had a few leads in here with a population of 1,000 people. It was in a very landlord friendly state. It's just going to be harder to dispo those, which means find a buyer for those. So big city population, there's people living there. Population growth is trending upwards. In a landlord friendly state, I should put what Rick gave us and put in here because what Rick gave you is a landlord friendly state. So what does landlord friendly mean? Landlord friendly, this is not a political statement, is typically red states. Red states are very business friendly. And they're like, you can do whatever you want. It's not saying that you're going to screw the tenant by any means, but landlords have more rights than tenants in likely red states. For example, I live in Seattle, in the Seattle area. It's a very blue state, right next to California, right next to Oregon. If California is doing something, then Washington is following behind. So COVID happened. There was landlords that are just like ma and pa landlords like me. It was like, I can't afford to pay for this by myself. I'm relying on my renters to pay for it and I'll cash flow a little bit and get the appreciation. But Seattle was like, oh yeah, you don't have to pay your rent for 2 years. You're fine. So the landlords are stuck with the bill and they can't evict them. There's an eviction moratorium. So that's not very friendly and that's not good for business. So that's why California is big on that. So yeah, California and Washington, King County, Washington is the worst. So Jesse's over there in Yakima, which is on the other side of the state. It's much more, it's like 2 different states, Western Washington and Eastern Washington. So, okay. So let's see. So is this helpful to you guys? When you're submitting deals, this is where you can submit deals to right here. You click this, feel free to save that. That's where you'll put your stuff in there. We ask you guys to give as much information as you can. And the more information we can give you without having to reach out to you first, it's going to get it quicker. So just wanted to share that. All right. Good question, Larissa says, how did those landlords keep their properties? They probably didn't, to be honest with you. Either they took out loans or they borrowed money. Or they sold them. They likely sold them. And it's going to be hard to sell them in a shitty place where no one's paying their rent. You can't evict them. Like no one's going to want to buy that. They either had to sell them or just like default on their loans or get loan mods or something. It's not good. Nancy, you can buy and hold in California. You can. She says, so we can't buy it. If you want to, you can. But if you guys are submitting leads to us, these leads are going to be, we're closing them for you, and then we're going to find buyers for them. If you have, Anne says, what about wholesaling? Why do you guys want California? I want to know that. If you guys want to do business in California, I suggest you guys go to Gary Chefdez. I'm probably butchering his name. He lives in California and only does California. So if you guys are looking to get into do it yourself. So a lot of these, what the point of this is we show you guys how to find deals, and then we take you along the way. We close the deals for you, and then we find buyers for them. So we show you how to do a creative deal and we wholesale them. So I probably did butcher his name. That's my toxic trait. I butcher everyone's name and it's not on purpose. So that's what the point of this is. If you guys are looking to buy and hold, you absolutely can, and I will absolutely help you. But it's going to cost, you can't pay, you got to have money in, you got to bring money in. You guys got to pay for the us, you've got to pay for the TC, you've got to pay for the closing costs. You have to pay for the realtor. If it's on market, you have to pay anything that's going to the agent. The seller. So if you guys are here to buy and hold and you're submitting deals for you to buy and hold, put that in the description saying this is for me. And you guys will probably have to have at the very minimum $15,000 to $20,000 to bring to it. But we can definitely do it. Okay. So what was, what was what we talked about last time? We talked about the list and we had you guys call the list and the homework. So for the first part of this, since Paige wanted to do pre-foreclosure, your homework is to raise your hand if you did the homework and you're ready to call on your lists or the lists. Dustin, why am I not surprised? Dustin, you guys, is amazing. He showed up and he is staying consistent. We're working so many of Dustin's leads. We're going to get one close soon. I'm positive. All right. And David and Graham and Jesse and Mario, you've been putting leads in too. And Alex, look at those hands go up. That makes my heart so happy. Okay. So let's go over really quick. Alex, I'm here for you. Alex says, I'm ready to call, but I have no idea what to say. I love that you raised your hand and you're like, I have no idea what I'm going to do, but I'm going to do it. Be like Alex. So, I have the new list and I gave you guys the Austin list last time. Some of you guys did the homework and did your own lists. So these are going to be tough. I'm going to be surprised if they answer their phone. So who are these people? These are pre-foreclosure. How do you get into pre-foreclosure? You don't pay your bills. You are not paying your bills. You are in a tough place in life. Like maybe you lost your job. Maybe you're going through a divorce. Either way, if you're not paying your house bill, your mortgage, you're in a pre-foreclosure list. In foreclosure means the foreclosure process has started and they don't have an auction date yet. So here, when you're in pre-foreclosure, they're behind on a few payments is where they are. They don't have an auction date, which means we're foreclosing on your house and we're going to sell it at auction and you have to be kicked out. So they don't have that yet. A lot of these people are still in denial. I don't blame them. They're not going to be answering their phones. If they're not answering their phone for us, and if they're not paying their bills for their mortgage, they're likely not paying their medical bills or their cell phone bill or their heating bill or their internet bill. Like other things are likely not getting paid. So there's a lot of people calling them right now. So we're going to go into who they are. Put things in the chat. Let me know what else are you going through. It's not in a great time of your life. It's likely stressful. Sometimes divorce, Atia, yes. Maybe a husband or a wife died and they are the only person the significant other that is living has no idea about where to pay the bills. There's depression. Yes. There's mental probate. That means the person has died and they did not have a will to say, I am dying and I'm going to give Jesse my house and she has full rights. So when you go through probate, there's no will and the person dies and it has to go through the courts to be like, okay, well, the granddaughter or the daughter is the person. Moratorium in California. Tia, that's right. We were just talking about a moratorium, which is an eviction moratorium, which means landlords cannot evict their non-paying tenants, which is awesome for tenants because they are living rent-free and no one can do anything about it. So these might be landlords that there's a moratorium in California. There's one in Seattle. I don't know if it's still going. It's called an eviction moratorium, which means you can't do anything. by law, you cannot evict these people. So therefore, no one's paying the bills, which means they're not paying their bills unless they have a wad of cash to pay it with. So they might be on there. High medical expenses taking priority. Yes, they might be having medical stuff. You guys are so on it. Let's see. So Odile, you had a good question, and I'm going to come to that in just a second. Hold that thought. I want to address your question, but let's finish this. So these people are in a tough place in life, and likely everybody's calling them because they're not getting paid. So how do we want to talk to, like before we were talking to agents and we're like, hey, is your seller open to creative seller finance? Like, it's just, let's do business. So these people, everybody's calling them. If they're on your list, then everyone's calling them. People can pull these lists. People like us, wholesalers. So you want to lead with empathy and kindness and helping. So we are going to go about it and being like, oh man, I'm sure you're getting a lot of these calls. Like that's, what's going on? Tell me, and let them talk. Sometimes people, have you guys ever been to therapy and you're just like word vomit on your therapist? You're like, God, I feel so much better now. So sometimes people just need to talk, and you just, yes, Elvira, it's a time to listen, and just listen. And, and be empathetic and be like, oh my gosh, I can't even imagine. I'm so sorry. And maybe if you guys have been through foreclosures or your families have been through foreclosures, and you be like, I can understand how hard that is. I've been through that. So we will, if we do get them on the phone, I don't think we're going to get a lot of people on the phone, because just like Rob says, they change their number. They don't answer their phone. They're in denial. These people are in denial. So these people are going to be like, my house isn't, no, it's not. No, it's not. Pre-foreclosure, they're tough. They're really, really, really tough. So that's why I'm going to stay doing half and half with agent outreach, because they're softballs. They're a lot easier and the leads are cheaper. So when we reach out to them, we're going to be like, hey, I'm sorry. I hear, I'm here to help. I'm here to solve your problems. So where did all the hands raised go that wanted to call? Did I scare you guys? Tia and Dustin are the only ones left. There you are, Alex. Okay. So we want to, Jesse, if you don't have anyone that speaks English, is there anybody in here that's a fluent speaker in English and Spanish? Lewis, Alex, Chad. Okay, so you guys have great skills. Chad, Lewis, Alex, Paulette. You guys can get in on deals with people. People like Jesse are like, I can only speak one language. Like me and Jesse, I need people that can speak Spanish too. And this is going to be really, really helpful for your pre-foreclosure people. If English is their second language, tag in with somebody like Carmina or Mario, Elvira, or these people saying that they will be translators and they can translate. So people feel much more comfortable if they can speak in their first language. And it's so much easier to build rapport. Like if I was in a country where I didn't speak their language as a first language, and another maybe American or another English speaker came and was like, here, I'm here to help, I'd be like, it just is a load off your chest. So those Spanish speakers, you guys are going to be coming in handy too. So get to know your Spanish speakers. Okay. Anything else? So we're going to, they're probably not going to answer on the first one. We're going to triple dial, which means they don't answer. We're calling 3 times. So we're here to help. A lot of people are like, will you sell me your house? Don't lead with selling your house. Be like, I have you. I mean, it's not fun to be like, I have you on this list that says you're in pre-foreclosure, which you will say that they'll probably be in denial and be like, no, I'm not. And be like, are you having trouble paying your mortgage? Then I want to help. So we're leading with like doing a loan mod, which is we're going to help them. That's not going to be beneficial for us first. And when all those things fail, then we can be like, we'll buy it from you. But a lot of people are like, what a waste of time if they don't sell it to us. It's not, because you guys are helping someone, and that's huge, to help somebody out of a bad situation. And two, they will they will remember you, and they will recommend you. Again, can we get in trouble for calling if they are in the do not call list? That's a good question. I think technically you can, but people don't. I don't think they have a way to enforce it. That's a good question. We need to get dialers too. I would dial from not your cell phone, dial from a Google Voice call, so they can't trace you. I really do not know. I should ask people. I don't really target pre-foreclosures as like cold calling. They're really, really tough. Yeah. We're here to help them, not to sell them. Do not call. Elvira, that's a very good point. Am I saying your name right? Because I probably am butchering it, not on purpose. I'm sorry. So I think you're right, Brian. Brian says, I think they scrubbed the list. So I think the lists are scrubbed. So you're not doing this. And we're not here to sell to them. We're here to help them. That's a very good point. So we are helpers here. And if you guys get into a place where you're like, I have no idea what I'm talking about, you can be like, let me tag my partner in and I'll call them. So, the list that we have, I don't know if we have one for Arizona. Pace's list that he pulled are for Orlando, Nashville. Let me pull them up. Orlando, Nashville, Atlanta, Austin are the ones that he has. Let me go. One did not download correctly. Batch has been a pain in my butt lately. So, all right. So, Dustin, are you ready to call? Do you have your own list, or would you like a list? You're muted, or maybe I can't. Yeah.
Yeah, I called, or I have a couple set up from the list that you sent. So,
okay, let's go. So do you have any questions?
yes, I do.
Let's answer them.
I got one today, and he said he was not behind on his mortgage. And then he said, well, I said, we just want to help. And he said, well, what about HOAs? And I said, what's going on? And then he said his wife was covering the payment. So the HOA got behind, and then they filed a lien against the house. So that's why it's in pre-foreclosure. How do we help with that?
That is a good point. So we can help him with that. Does he want to sell his house?
Well, we didn't get that far. I was talking to him, and I said that, I can call the HOA. I just want to help. I didn't say anything about buying the house. And then he said, well, how does this affect you? And then I told him my story about experience with foreclosure. And I said, every once in a while, people sell us their house. I said, I'm just looking to help people so they don't have to go through this. But every once in a while, somebody decides it's not going to work out. They can't keep it, and we buy their house. And he said, I totally get it. It's actually a rental property of his. So, and it was super undervalued. It might be a crazy awesome deal. The percent's a bit high. It was like 4.5.
That's okay.
But the mortgage was from 2015, but it was literally comping at like a fraction of what the other homes were in the neighborhood all around. So it might end up really being something stellar. But I just told him, I was just honest. I said, I just want to help people. And if it's as simple as me calling the person and asking for terms so you can pay this down. He said, I'm too busy. I got a lot of business happening and I can't make those kind of calls. If you would do that for me, then he was like, that would be awesome. I said, I'll sure try. I'll try to get them to work out some payment with you to get caught up on your HOA. And so, that was that. I wasn't sure if I should submit that or not, or how we could actually help him. I tried searching the county, the lien number, and it was a lady I couldn't get a hold of. So,
this is exactly what you guys are supposed to do. Get to a point where you're like, shit, now I don't know what to do. Help, like, what do I do? So this is great. So, what we can do with this is we can give him an offer on his house and to catch up his arrears, but I would not get into like the negotiating down the price, or, like, unless he's like, yes, I'm going to sell you my house. You know what I'm saying? So the way we would do it is we could be like, we can give you an offer on your house and we can give you some cash to walk away with, and we'll pay that HOA fee. And so it depends how this one goes. Like if it's how much equity is in it, we could take it over subject to, or we could give him a lowball cash offer, which nobody wants.
Right.
So I would go back to him and be like, what if I offered to buy your house and I'll pay those HOA fees that are back. I will offer, because Daniel just posted something. He said, and he's right, it sounds like a tired landlord. So tired landlord is somebody that's like, they're not paying their bills. They're over being a landlord. So maybe be like, go down that road of being like, so are you open? Like and you can just be like, God, it sounds like it's just kind of like a lot. If you're just like, your wife's not paying it, you're not even living there. Like, are you open to an offer? And I'll pay for those HOA fees and I'll take it off your hands. I'll give you some cash in your pocket. You can walk away with. And if he's open to that, then tag us in and we can start talking to him. So that's a lot of things you guys that's not uncommon for these lists. These HOAs they get behind on their HOAs, like their mortgage is fine, just like this. They get behind on their HOAs, and then their HOA company files a lien. I hate HOAs.
Yeah.
But.
Okay. So that was it. Well, for my question, like when we tell them we want to help them, what's the process? Like, what do we suggest? You should take these steps.
So everybody's going to be different. So for him, he's not behind on his mortgage. It's his HOA that he's behind on. So then it will be just like you're submitting a regular lead to us, and you can be like, find out if he's open and be like, are you open to an offer? I'll pay those for you. And then you're out. Oh, like his ex-wife is involved, and be like, maybe you don't even have to be dealing with your ex-wife anymore. She sounds like she's not paying bills, and it's like, it's affecting you.
Yeah.
How about I just give you an offer? Okay. And then he'll be like, yeah, what do you have? And then you'll want to, if you can give it to us, or we can feel him out. I feel like you're to the point where you're good with feeling him out and being like, tell me, what does it look like? Like, how much do you want money? How much do you want? Do you need? Yeah. What would be something good for you? And that line where it's like, and we can just give you payments every single month. I think you submitted a lead with saying that thing. So, yeah. So we don't want to talk. Yeah. Jesse is right. You can't talk to the HOA without a power of attorney. That way he doesn't feel like he didn't help. So power of attorneys, let's talk about, does anybody not know what a power of an attorney is? That's okay. This is for newbies. Just put a 1 in the chat if you don't. Power of attorney allows you to talk on behalf, anything with housing, banking, mortgages. It's also like medical stuff, like stuff that's highly private. You have to get a power of attorney that says, I am Carly, and I'm going to let Dustin talk to you about my mortgage on behalf of me. It's a notarized, it's a legal doc. So Jesse's absolutely right. So we don't want to be going and like talking to the HOA for him as much as we want to be like, listen, I'll pay it for you. Have you thought about selling your house? Capitalize on their pain points. Well, it sounds like your ex-wife is not paying bills, and you don't have to be tethered to your ex-wife anymore. It sounds like you have renters, like you're kind of just like over it. How about I just pay it for you? I'll pay your HOA. I'll take over your payments. I'll take over your tenants and give you some cash.
Okay, perfect.
Oh, I love it.
All right. So I set up my Google Voice, and I also set up a separate email with the Google Voice that is TX Relief. So when I call, I say I'm Texas Relief, and that way I can kind of mix that together. Like, I'm here to help. You can email me at TX Relief, and we're going to help you. So
Dustin is so smart. So it's coming up as TX Relief. So we're here. We're not just, you give some credibility to yourself.
Yeah.
I love that. So smart.
Okay, I think I'm ready to go here. My son
Okay.
showed me how to share screen, and then I'll go to my Google
Yay.
Voice. Host disabled participant. Oh, it says
I
you
got to
won't
give
let
you,
me.
sorry. Hold
Okay.
on. There you go.
All right, and that one. Okay. Calls. And then I also message them right after I call. So if
So
they don't
smart.
answer, if I triple dial and they don't answer, then I hit them with a text message real quick.
I
Yeah.
love it. So you guys, for those of you asking what Google Voice is, this is Google Voice. You can call over the internet. He's not using his personal cell phone, so people aren't gonna, he has some privacy there and it's free. And I'll stop talking now.
512-490.
I recommend you all do what Dustin did too. Oh, I don't think we can hear.
I don't hear it ringing either.
Okay. I didn't know if
It's on. Yeah, it's on.
do you have the app where you can call through your phone?
I don't.
Download the app and call through your phone and then do it like this. You can go to straight to voicemail too, Larissa says. That's interesting. I didn't know that. Doesn't work with Androids.
No, I got an iPhone.
In my pace voice, Anthony says he's got an iPhone.
Got it. Okay.
Oh, look what Rick shared with us. Okay. So what, Rick, thank you. Where did you find this? This is huge. Go look at what Rick just put in. This is pretty much a good script. This is what I said, but much cleaner.
Yeah, I figured since everybody was calling, I better change the script just a little bit. Because I did not want to call everybody with the exact same thing. Like this is the 100th person who's called me with.
Yeah, you're gonna get a lot of those too.
Okay, phone number. Okay, I am signing in. Google. Do you want to have somebody else go while I sign in?
Yeah, let's do that. I'm just reading the chat right now. Elena says, have you divvied up the Austin list? No, you guys, these lists, it's probably best to use your own list because every elephant is using these lists. They're not getting divvied up. So they're going to be possibly grumpy. David says, have you seen the foreclosure script that Pace sent? Did Pace put it in the elephant challenge? I'll have to get it from if he did. Everything should be in the docs section. On the third day I was driving while I was on the elephant challenge. So I didn't see anything in the chat, but I was there. Where's the script we were just talking about? Scroll up, Alex. It's Rick Daniels. Put it in there. Here. I'll put it in here again. Hey, Rick, do you mind putting this in our, will you put this in our chat, our Building an Empire chat in Circle too? Oh, it's the same script as in the documents. Okay. Does anyone else want to go while Dustin's setting up his app? Atia, you want to go? I'm going to mute Dustin for now. And get you unmuted. Oh my gosh, we have 141 people here today, 141 action takers.
Hi, can you hear me?
I can. Hi.
Hi there. So I don't have my own list yet. I finally talked to a title person on Friday who took me, but in California, because of the way the weird law is, I have to pay. So I have to go back into the system that she took me through and pay for my list. So I haven't done it yet.
Okay. Do you want a list? Do you want to call some?
Yeah, if you just want to give me a number and a name and I'll just do it
Let me go pull
for
up
the
my list.
practice.
Which one do you want? Take a pick, any pick. We have Orlando, Nashville, Atlanta, and Austin.
I don't, Atlanta.
Okay. You guys are about to get the Atlanta list. Okay, here is ATL. There you go. Hot Atlanta.
Okay, so I'll just pull
And you can pick
first
anything you
one.
want. Yep.
Okay. Oops. Lenny Wilson.
Lenny Wilson.
Oh, wait.
You guys, everybody tell Atia, give her all the good luck and all the good juju. This is so scary, first of all. It's so scary calling these leads. Well, it's scary for me. Then she's doing it live on a YouTube, on a Zoom with a bunch of people watching. So she is one brave woman. So everybody give her a high five and all of the good vibes.
Well, I want the practice and the input.
Yes.
So I'm not, let's see, the number, is that the 678? Like it's kind of
so hard to read these things. Hold on. Here. Yeah. 678. I'll make these prettier. I'm going to delete some of these columns that you guys are not going to need.
15. Okay, and his address 1430, I'm sorry, 5372 Kirk something. Yeah, I can't see. Does it matter that I can't see the whole address? Oh, Kirk Drive. Okay.
I'm making it so you can. I'm just going to hide these columns that aren't helpful.
That's pretty much all I need, right? Is the name, address, and his phone number, right?
Yep.
Okay. So I just downloaded Google Voice. Now hopefully I can do it right to call.
So there's a bunch of phone numbers on here. So mobile. We have a phone number last seen. We don't need to look at that one.
Well, I'm just going to use my mobile for now because
That's fine. Yep, that's fine. And I'm going to hide all these things that aren't helpful that just muddy up the water. Like, is it a landline? Is it a phone?
Okay, here goes.
Good
Right.
luck. You got this.
Thank you.
The wireless customer you are calling is not available. Please try again later.
Should I leave a
El
message?
cliente de servicio móvil al que llama.
There's like 12 phone numbers. There's so many phone numbers you can call. There's Here,
Oh, I
I'm
just
just going and
clicked out of
hiding
it.
them. I'm hiding all the things that's so. Okay, what is it? Phone 3, phone 4, phone 5. And then I'm taking all this, it's a landline out.
Oh, that there's a 917. 904. Okay, I'll try that.
There's all these phone numbers. Not all of them will have this many phone numbers, but.
Please leave your message for
Yeah, this will be likely mostly what you're gonna get.
Yeah, they don't leave their name.
Yeah, they have everyone calling them.
Okay, I'll try this other number.
It doesn't even ring, which is crazy.
252 35.
Just hit all the unimportant things.
Oh.
We just have the phone number.
Hi, is this Lenny?
No, it's not.
Okay. I was trying to reach. I bet that was him. Shit.
See, these are so hard. These are so hard to do. Maybe you can just call back and be like, "Hey, I'm just trying to reach out to Lenny. Do you know how I can get a hold of him?" Yeah, or that's a good one. Pierre says, or is this the owner of property 5372, blah, blah, blah.
Right. So he's not going to answer now.
It was so Lenny.
Yeah, it was totally Lenny.
Yeah, and Yvonne is right. Oops, I think we accidentally got disconnected if he answers.
Okay, he just let it go and then didn't answer.
Lenny, these are so
Um,
tough. That's why I want to stick to direct to agent, you guys, because these are brutal. They're
Yeah.
really tough for baby elephants, like just getting into it.
I mean, I just feel that frustration.
Yeah, you can feel it.
Yeah. Does someone else want to go? You want me to try again?
Do you want to do one more and then we can let Alex go?
Yeah.
And then we can
Okay.
also talk about agent outreach too. Do you guys still want to talk about some agent outreach?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Outreach. It's going to
Outreach.
be a lot more easier for you guys if we keep on those two.
Okay. All right. So I have to write it down just so I can. There's so much on this list.
I
Okay.
know it's a
So-
lot.
Julio. Meeting.
And then someone just shared Pace's thing, foreclosure. Where was that one? A script. Go back and try to find it. That was a really good one too. David Horry shared it.
Okay, so I'm gonna try Julio.
Let's go. You got this.
Please leave your message for
And they don't leave their name on their message.
They know why. I mean, they know that people are calling them.
Yeah. Let's see, it looks like there's another number. Right, I'll try this other number.
Okay.
Okay.
Hello.
Hi, I'm looking for Julio. This is Atia with Home Solutions.
You got the wrong phone number.
Oh,
I
okay.
think you just called for Lydia or somebody else. So you got the wrong number.
Okay, so sorry.
All right, that's okay.
That was Lenny. Oh, shit.
It was Lenny answered.
Did I dial? I thought I
It's
was.
so easy to do that because there's a gajillion numbers on that list. It's so easy to do that.
Okay.
He's got two phones.
Ah. Okay. Well, I don't want to take up all the time.
Okay, you did a good job. So it's these lists. This is what I'm telling you. It's tough. These people are tough. It's gonna be. It's tough. You doesn't mean you can't do it. Also, I think it was David shared Pace's foreclosure script, which is great. David, where did you get that? Curious. Was that from? I just want to make sure it's not a sub 2 thing that we're not supposed to be sharing. Anyways, you did a great job. Everybody tell Atia, give her a round of applause because that is scary as shit.
Oh my
when you're
God. Well,
doing that already.
I like what Dustin said about solutions. So I wanted to get that in right away.
I love that.
So then they think, oh, okay, maybe this is someone who's going to be nice to me.
Yes. Yes. Okay. Okay, David, thank you.
Thanks,
All right.
everybody.
Alex, are you ready to go? You brave man, you.
I am.
All right. Did you get everything? Did you see the scripts that David shared and that Rick shared?
Yes.
Okay. Do you have any questions or do you just want me to shut my mouth so you can call?
No, I'm gonna call my neighbor that I found. I'm not gonna tell him I'm his neighbor. I'm just gonna tell him that, I
Oh,
found
good.
your number on the list and stuff like that, because I think you're right. If I tell him I'm his neighbor, that's probably gonna bring shame, and
Yeah.
I don't want him to feel like that.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay. I found his number, so
I'll
let
be
me
quiet.
give it a call. Bradley. 372 44 8. There it goes.
Hello?
Hi, this is Alex Garcia. I'm looking for Bradley.
This is his ex-wife. How can I help you?
Hi, ma'am. I'm Alex Garcia. I work for a company that helps in situations when people are having issues with the bank. I was wondering if you were having issues with the bank on your property on Spring Copper.
That's something you'd have to discuss with him. I
Oh,
can give you his phone number.
yes, that would be very helpful. Thank you.
It's 707-416-9865.
707-416. What were the last four? Sorry.
9865.
9865. Thank you so much, ma'am.
No problem. Have a good one.
You too. Bye-bye.
She's like, here, call my
Ooh,
ex-husband.
I think
Just so
we
you
know-
guys know, when people are
there's a
giving you phone
person.
numbers, you guys need to mute them because this is on YouTube. So when people you didn't know, but if people are giving you phone numbers, mute yourself. So all of YouTube and all of us can't hear it.
Oh,
Just so you know.
I didn't know we were on YouTube. I just thought we were recording. Thank you.
Yes, so it's just, yeah. We just want to not share everybody's phone numbers.
Okay, then, should I call Bradley?
Yes, now you did great. You did great.
Okay.
Call has been forwarded to an automated voice messaging system. 70.
Call again, triple dial.
All right. Voice. Yeah, I guess that was good. I did not mention these guys. I did not mention these guys. Last name.
Yeah.
Call has been forwarded to an automated voice messaging system.
Versus charm.
3 times, triple dial. This is where it's nice to have a texter like Dustin was talking about, and you can be like, hey, whatever his name is, this is Alex, give me a call. And you don't say what you're calling about, just leave it vague.
That is a good point. If I do text him, should I just tell him to text me back but not tell him what it is about?
Yeah, just be like, hey, Alex, or whatever his name is. Hey, this is Alex. Give me a call or text when you can.
Okay, I'm gonna dial one more time.
Don't over explain on text.
Okay. So 6-5.
Right. Well, he's
Call has been
texting.
forwarded to an automated
sorry.
voice messaging system.
Okay, I'll try the texting strategy.
Okay, raise your hand if he calls back or texts back, and we'll go over it.
Will do. Thank you.
All right, let's give Jesse a shot, and then we'll do Dustin, and we'll call it a day. All right, Jesse, are you ready?
I didn't know I was going for that.
What's that?
I didn't even know I had raised my hand. I think I was raising my hand for something else.
Oh, do you not want to call? Do you want to talk about something? What were you, did you want to raise your hand for?
I think I raised my hand when you had said something about who had made their calls.
Oh, okay. I know you're making your calls. I'm seeing your leads. So,
And actually, I did have a question about that.
Yeah.
How far along in the process do you want us before we submit the lead?
where
Like,
you
if
feel
I have
comfortable.
offers, or should I be talking terms or?
No, let us, because we'll want to underwrite it and pitch and talk terms first. I mean, if you want to and you want to get it under contract and like you can,
Well, like
take it as far as
I'm
you
looking
want.
up, I'm doing the NOI and the cap rate, which is about 8% here in Yakima. So
Mhm.
I'm like trying to figure out like how to get down to the cap rate, and I throw them an offer that puts it at the 8%, but then I ask them, is the owner willing to take terms? And that's usually when I submit it to you guys, is once I get it, yeah, they'll work terms.
Okay, but you're already, so the way we do it is we say, if you submit it to us, we do it in the order of, are you willing to submit terms, building report, blah, blah, blah. Then we underwrite it. Then we send an offer. So if you've sent an offer to them and then
No,
you send it
just
to
over the
us.
phone talking.
Oh, got it. Yeah. That works. Jen is going to be the one to talk to you on that one. I am not the multifamily person. So she'll cover that one though. And she should be in touch with you guys.
Perfect, thank you.
Yes. All right, Dustin, are you ready to go? I can't hear. Oh, is it not unmuting you? Now try. Why won't it let you unmute?
All right, I'm here.
There we go.
Let's get weird.
Let's get weird.
We need speaker. There it is. That's super quiet. It seems like it takes longer to call on these.
Yeah, it does.
It's not ringing.
We
It
can-
says calling, but it's not ringing.
Well, we couldn't hear it ring when the other people were calling either.
I'm gonna try it again.
Okay. Yeah, Alex was saying his didn't ring at all either.
I had a really nice headset I got from my wife, and it's like a really faint, weird ring in the headset, but when they picked up, it was just fine. So
Yeah, dialers are weird.
relaying your call. Okay. We'll see. I practiced called Jamie first. All right, next number. You got time.
Next one.
Next. Yeah,
Is this
use your app. Yeah, I'll use my son's phone. He's got an app.
It's better. It's newer, you know.
It's gonna say Orlando, but that's all right.
That's okay.
Like the number.
It's on speaker.
Yeah, you gotta hit this, hit that, hit that. And then hit that, hit that. Speaker.
That's a lot. That's a lot of buttons. I'm learning.
It's a lot of buttons.
Wow.
Is this the right number?
Hello. Next. We're gonna try Michael. Yeah.
All right, it'll be,
Yeah.
tap that. Okay, now,
Connect that.
then answer. Speaker.
There we go.
There, I hear ring.
Voice message system 512695675 is not available. At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Hey, Michael, this is Dustin. I was just trying to get a hold of you, man. Give me a call back as soon as you get this. This number's good, or you can email me at txrelief@gmail.com. Thanks a lot, partner.
Love it.
Should we go ahead and just call him right on back, right?
Yeah. So what's great is he just was talking to him like he's a friend. Like, hey, buddy, just trying to get hold of you. Super what's my word? My brain is not working today. Non-threatening, like just a friend. I love it. Just trying to talk to you.
Okay, the other one. Or no, you did this one? Well, yeah, that's okay. Michael, hey, it's Dustin, man. I was trying to get a hold of you. Dustin. Yeah, I'm with Texas Relief. I work with people that are having problems with the bank, and I saw your name came up on my list. I was just calling to see if there's anything we can do to help you out. I'm sorry, what'd you say? Oh, right now you're not? Well, my list is pre-foreclosure, and sometimes we reach out to people to try to help them, because if they miss a payment, sometimes they don't even realize they missed a payment, or if their HOA got behind just a little bit, then they'll file a lien, and it looks like they've already filed against you. So I was just calling out, because sometimes people don't even know that that's what's going on.
My HOA.
Yeah, do you guys have an HOA on your house?
What's address?
1143 Emmett Run.
Yeah.
There's the HOA. I just had a guy I just got done talking to. I helped. He didn't realize what was going on. His mortgage was caught up. His HOA got behind because his ex-old lady didn't pay, and they're taking his house. And he didn't even realize that. I didn't want something like that to happen to you. So I reached out to say, man, is there something I can do to help you so that, but you don't even know. And then you start getting letters where they're going to take it.
Modification. I just got approval for modification, so now let's go.
Nice, nice. So that ended up working for you then. That's awesome, man. Yeah, that's one of the things we try to do is help people get a loan modification or whatever we can do just to stop, them from really, it happened to me when I was young, and I know it's a terrible thing to go through. So that's why I was trying to make sure that you weren't in that same boat, man. Well, listen, I'm glad that you got everything worked out, and it sounds like you're okay now. But if anything happens, if something comes up here in the future or something, you can reach back out to me and we can help you get through whatever it is. Okay.
Okay. So you text me tonight so far?
Yeah. I'll text you right after this. Actually, my phone went on the fritz. This is my son's phone. My phone, I don't know what the heck's going on, one of them newer phones, but I'll text you from my phone and send you my email and all that stuff, and we'll stay in touch. And then if there's anything I can do to help you in any way, man, I'd love to do that.
Okay, thank you so much, sir.
All right, Michael, let's talk to you later. Bye-bye.
Oh my God, Dustin, this is your pro. Killed it. So look at, he's confident. He's just talking to him. Like, that's what I love about you is you're confident and you're talking to him like you're a friend, like, oh man, this guy that I just talked to, like,
Right.
like, and you're not lying and you're telling the truth. You're like, I've been through it and it's a sucky thing and I want to help. And someone wrote, I don't know who wrote, it was like, your heart of service is really coming through. You can tell when people, I mean, I am very good. I don't know if it's just a me thing, but I can always tell when people have the correct intentions of this. And you are just like a warm hug,
Thank you.
talking to them, which people need this because, they're in a rough situation. Not everyone, sometimes but a lot of these people are in a rough situation. Yes, Eduardo says you have passion and you're non-scripted. So I want to clip that. Is it okay if I clip that and show people how it's done and share it with you in the Elephant Challenge?
Absolutely.
Like the whole group.
Yeah.
That is how you call a pre-foreclosure. He's confident. He's kind. He's like, I'm sure it's nothing. Like, it's not like, hey, you're not paying your bills. Can I buy your house? Or it's just very like, you put their guards up. You're like, I'm sure it's nothing. I just want to help. Some people don't even know. And I'm just here to help. Like, love that. You made that look so easy. You know who else makes calls like that? That's when you listen to Pace's seller calls.
Yeah.
He makes it sound so easy. And then I call and I'm like, I'm tripping over my words. Like it just sounds natural and fun. It sounded abundant. I like that word.
Thank
Not
you.
too attached on the results.
I'm glad somebody said service because I had a huge life change and that's really is my heart, is that if there's something I can do to help, I want to help. And sometimes that help is getting out of the situation. And then that benefits other people. So that really is the heart, is that you want to help. It's not like you're hiding something back. Like I'm going to get it. If we get something, great. If we don't, at least we made a friend or somebody in the future. So that really is the heart for everybody else. When you're calling them, instead of being nervous, just think I'm here to help. And that will really come through in the voice. So.
And it really, you feel like this is not the word. It just feels like you're easy to talk to. You're here to help. You're there for the right reasons. And I think a lot of people can read through that and be, that used cars. Have you done sales before?
Nope. Brand new. First time I ever did anything like this.
You guys, Dustin showed up a month ago and has just taken the Elephant Challenge by storm. And I always use you as an example. Grant is another one. There's a few of you, Atia's been here. Atia has showed up consistently too. There's a lot of people. So I'm not just saying Daniel. So I'm not just saying Dustin. So we know these people. Shanoa, I saw her there. You guys, I see you guys. You have your cameras on. You are showing up. Florent, there you are. Where are you from? Sweden, Switzerland? He's not even in the United States.
Sweden.
And he is calling. So we see you guys, and a lot of you guys will DM me and ask questions. I recognize your name. So Jesse, Wholesale in Yakima, you've been here. So I just want to say, Dustin, I'm just giving Dustin as an example. He is blowing up our inbox with leads. He is positive. He is showing up. He raises his hand every single time. And Dustin is going to go far with this. This is not a lot of people they just will consume. You're taking action. You're here every day. So I just want to say thank you for being a great example. And I'm going to take that call and show it to all of the Elephant Challenge and be like, this is how you make a pre-foreclosure call.
I say thank you all the time for you and Rick and Pace and Daniel and everybody who inspires me to learn more and do more. And you guys push me, and I really appreciate the community and everybody doing their part, as everybody's gifted in certain ways, and as a whole we can be very strong. So thank you guys.
Yes. Thank you. So thank you for being consistent. We'll do one more question and then I think we gotta bail. So I think what I'm going to do, because we don't have one on Friday, and I'm thinking about going through the people that submit leads on Friday. I'm going to go through and we'll talk about your leads. You should start getting feedback from us already. Like, this isn't one guy I was like, hey, this isn't a lead because of A, B, and C. here is the sheet of the deal sheet, so we should be giving you feedback. And then, yeah. So it's for you guys to learn. Just keep on keeping on. All right, Yvonne, last question, and then we'll call it a day.
Okay, so tomorrow is my birthday. I'm gonna be 53, and I gave myself the gift of the gator thing, and then joined in this elephant thing. And so I'm y'all are so sweet. So I just want to take action, and I don't want to just be a consumer of the content, but at the same time, listening to the gator stuff, it's like, oh, you get so excited and you don't go get yourself in trouble because you don't have the information you need. So I'm like in this moment of like, okay, everybody here is taking action. So I think I've like put too much in my head, and I don't know how to just take action. Like, I mean, Dustin, you're just amazing. I'm going to be blowing up your phone shortly, but yeah, I've like been on with PCI. I like hired them. Like I'm taking actions. I'm just not taking actions that look like Dustin. So
That's okay.
What do I need to do to do what Justin's doing?
So you're you're a gator, and you've paid for Gator, and it's a great thing. If you guys have questions about Gator, we can answer questions about Gator. It's TLDR version. It's another mentorship by Pace, where if you have some money, you can make money on your money by lending it out to people. So I'm also the Gator community manager. So that's why a lot of people will ask me. So what I suggest, if you're a Gator, I tell the Gators, like, go, you've paid for this, the Gator thing. Go through the foundations, go through the foundational training, do the workbooks. Have you been to my newbie Zoom?
Yes, I have.
Okay. So go through all of that.
Let me drop this one little last thing in.
Yeah.
So my goal is just stepping up. I want to do some kind of deal where I make my 9K and do sub 2. So I want to go all the way. I'm starting at 0. I have no former real estate, nothing.
That's okay. So this is what I suggest in the newbie Zoom. I say focus stands for focus on one course until successful.
Perfect.
So I would focus on Gator because you've paid money for Gator. You have the drive. And really like get in with the Gators and like JV with Gators on deals and like start making some money. Get your Gator deal, your business well oiled. Like you're like, I can underwrite this in my head. I know this is a deal. I know, like get your Gator business going. Come in here to get Gator deals because we're going to get deals under contract and we're going to need some EMD. And so come in here. So it's good for you to know, it's good for you to know the basics of real estate investing, but I would focus mostly get an original Gator, an OG Gator, and that's done deals. Make a friend with them and be like, let's split deals. I want you to hold my hand and help me through this, get a TC, do all of that stuff and get your Gator business rolling.
Okay.
And then come in here and be like, I'm a Gator. I got your EMD money.
Okay.
And start using this for leads.
Okay.
So a lot of people want to do it all sub 2 Gator, but it's, as you know, from joining Gator, it's like drinking from a fire hose.
Yeah.
And I tell you guys, sub 2 changed my life. It changed the trajectory of my life. It blasted off my real estate career. It's awesome. But join it when don't join Gator and sub 2 all at once. Focus on one course until successful. Get that Gator business. So I'm saying don't join sub 2 if you're a Gator right now.
It's perfect. It's absolutely perfect. Yeah.
And then like get that rolling and like make money with that. And then be like, all right, I got this on autopilot. Like I can do this in my sleep.
Yeah.
Then join sub 2. I'm just saying, don't join everything at once and focus on one thing. So I would, with you, get a Gator, original Gator, get a TC, make sure you get through all your fundamental training. I know you're doing that.
I was like, I want to do this up too is all of the vault. And he keeps on referring to things. I was like, but you're totally right. If I'm already overwhelmed, I don't need access to the vault.
I would love for you to be here, Yvonne, but don't be making pre-foreclosure calls yet. Okay. I love being here to like network with people. I would not take the action on that if I were you. I would get my Gator business
perfect. Thank you.
Get your money back from that. And I love you and I want you here and I want people to join sub too, but just I tell this in the newbie Zoom, put on your blinders until you're focused
Okay,
because
perfect.
you will get overwhelmed and it's a lot.
Yeah.
It's normal to get overwhelmed because pace.
On lesson 68 out of 81. So I'm almost done.
You're good. You're on the right track. Just focus. I would focus all of your time on that and I would not make pre-foreclosure calls.
Perfect. Thank you.
But Dustin's not a gator and he's not sub 2. So he's putting all of his focus on Elephant Challenge, which is one thing. So everybody's going to be different. Just because he's doing one thing doesn't mean it's easy for us all in sub 2. Pace is like sober living and everybody in sub 2 is like, we're going to do sober living. And then he's like multifamily and everyone's like, oh, we're going to go over here and do multifamily. Like it's so easy to get shiny object syndrome. Put on your blinders.
Perfect. Thank
And-
you.
And happy birthday. Everybody
Thank
wish
you.
everyone give Yvonne a little party hat. Where's my party hat? Oh, oops. I stopped recording on accident. I meant to put the party hat, but that's okay. That was the wrong, I fat fingered it. So
Oh, that's hilarious. Thank you.
yes.
Awesome.
Yes. Okay. One more, Daniel. And then Daniel's our last one. And then we'll talk about agent outreach next time so we can get a little bit of both each week. All right. I need to unmute you, Daniel.
Hey, Carly.
Hi.
Hey, Dustin. I've got a critique for you. You're not doing this full time. That's my only critique. Dude, you absolutely killed it. And you can call on my commercial properties any day of the week. That was awesome. And you're better than half the people in this building. So way to go. And then Yvonne, this is a deposit slip for my first Gator deal. Just got the check today from the title company. I was just a connector. And it took me maybe an hour of total work and I got paid. So
You
you know, you can
guys.
make money to do this and make money.
Yeah. So connector, if you guys do watch something, and I want to share it in there. If you guys look at the Avatar series, it's like where you can go in real estate. And so one of them is Gator is one, which he is, and Connector is another one. So you can make money he didn't do anything but connect 2 people to do a deal and he got paid on that. So that's a way you guys can get paid. And if you guys are interested in Gator, feel free to DM me, Instagram. So I put my QR code there if you guys want. Instagram really, because everything else goes to spam on Facebook. I mean, I'll still get to, but if you guys are interested in Gator, there's the link. And then there's going to be DM me if you want to go. Pace is doing a webinar for people that aren't Gators. I mean, if you're a Gator, you can go, but it's just like talking about what Gator is on Saturday. Let me know. Well, I can give you the link right now if you guys want to know. Because Gator is, you guys are probably asking, Yvonne just said it. Daniel just was talking about it. It's awesome. And you don't have to be a Gator, but I'm just saying, you guys are direct messaging me, so it's not going there. Okay.
Yeah, you
Okay.
definitely don't have to be a Gator to be.
You don't have to be a
connected.
Gator to be a
But it
connector.
helps a lot to find the people with the money in order to put the two
Yes.
parties together.
So I am not trying to sell you anything, but people are going to be asking. So I'm putting it there. If you guys want to go, Paces is doing a live thing on it this weekend, but and Daniel that's a good compliment from Daniel. Daniel's in commercial real estate. He's doing this full time. So that was a great compliment. I agree.
Thanks for doing these, Carly. Appreciate it.
Yes. Thanks for coming. I'm glad to see you back. All right. Karima.
Hey,
Hi.
I just had one little question. So I got a lead on a property in Wyoming.
Okay.
And I've lived in Wyoming before. Is that like I was looking in Facebook and all this stuff and I can't really find anything about buyers in Wyoming? Is that a hard sell? Even if
Where?
it's a good property?
Where is it in Wyoming? Because there's Jackson Hole, Wyoming, and then there's like, I don't know, over by the parks, and then there's like middle of the desert, Wyoming. Like what part of Wyoming is it?
It is south of Jackson.
Is it, what's the
So-
population
Um,
or the city?
Kemmer,
Kemmer.
yeah,
And then what kind of property is it?
of course, it's multifamily.
Oh, good. That's, you just said that, I think. I mean, I don't know. That would be a good question. Let me see.
Okay.
I'm just,
So I'll send it in.
just
The
submit it.
numbers are good on it.
Okay.
It'd be an easy cash flow property.
Yeah,
So
I see. I see where it is. Okay. Yeah, it's kind of right on the edge of Grand Teton on the map ish. So yeah, I would send it. I'll assign it to Jen. And just I put you in our Slack, even if it's the Coos Bay one. Why don't we just use that? Cause you're putting a lot of multifamily in there. Tag Jen in there if you have questions and stuff, and and I can be like at Jen, Karima just submit another multifamily, and you can too if you want. And then that can be your guys' avenue to talk.
okay. Sounds
Okay.
good.
Awesome.
All right. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you. Good to see you back.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So we'll call it a day, you guys. So today was the foreclosure lists. And I'm going to pull the list because I know you guys want the list. I got to find them. Well, I am, let's see. September list. So I'm just gonna, here we go. Here are the lists that you guys can call on. Just keep them within our group. We're trying to get people to come to the meetings. People are like, I just want the list. We want people to come to the meetings so they can get the lists. Okay, where's my share button? You guys are going to have to make a copy of this. Do not request to edit it. There you go. So those are the lists that we have. People we have Orlando, Nashville, Austin, Atlanta. People were asking for other lists. Go to the Elephant Challenge and watch how Pace tells you to pull your lists from title companies, and go if you want it on a state that's not there or city, then you guys can do it. So anyways, thank you for coming. I appreciate you guys. And I think on Friday, what I'm going to do is what we'll go forward is we'll have Mondays be pre-foreclosures. Wednesdays will be agent outreach, because agent outreach is a lot easier for you guys, and you guys might have a lot more success with that. Pre-foreclosures is not for the faint of heart. And we'll do those on Wednesdays, and on Thursdays we'll do a Q&A. Let's do that. Angela, it says I'm on quiet mode. Quiet mode only means it's because I have my phone on do not disturb, because I don't want anyone, I can't have my phone on alerts right now and be on a meeting, else I won't pay attention. I'll be on Instagram reading my messages. It won't go through. Really? That's weird. I'll take off my quiet mode. I think it goes through, but it doesn't alert me. I'll go look. Anyways, thank you guys for coming. Thank you to all of you who raised your hand and got brave. I know it's scary talking to a Zoom of how many people are here. We dropped. We were at 150. Now we're at 116. So playbacks are on. I'll make this big here. I'll make my thing big. I'll spotlight myself. So if you guys do that QR code, one of the things it takes you to is my YouTube. All the replays are there. Oh, Jesse, you said you feel at home. That makes my heart happy. So invite needs to be accepted. I'm gonna have to go take a look and see what this quiet mode does. I think it's probably like we're not friends, and you go to my request file and I have to accept the request, but I think it goes through. So there is a meeting on Wednesday. I'm gonna move it back to noon. We changed it to morning for Jen because her Wednesdays are super busy. But she's not going to be here. She's mostly focusing on the multifamily section. The QR code is behind you. You can't see it. You should be able to see it. So it's going to be, I need to move where the QR code is. So it's 12 p.m. Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern. I'm normally on Pacific time zone. So, oh, look at Yvonne. Look at bringing the value. She's already put the Zoom on there. It's live streaming to Facebook or YouTube. So I've got a deal in multifield if anyone wants to take a look. Where in Kansas? I might be interested. Anyways, have a good day, everybody. Oh, you sent it to me. That's right. You did send it to me. Okay. Have a good day, everybody. Thank you for coming. I appreciate you. And we'll see you Wednesday at noon Pacific, 3 Eastern. And we're going to talk about the agent outreach stuff. All right.